Should be live. What was I doing? I decided I'm gonna start making popcorn because I wasn't sure. Whatever, I'm just hungry. Give me a second. Yeah, I got popcorn even though I don't know how I'm really gonna eat it while streaming, but that's a tired mind. Sometimes you just make contradictory actions. Okay, early sunset. The vague outlines of the apparition does not allow you to see the face and appearance of the speaker, but you recognize the voice without difficulty. It is your Azata companion, Early Sunset, and his words radiate dismay. Sophia, I found you at long last. Even with my spells, it was not an easy feat in the abyss. Where were you before you came here? I have not yet arrived. I am on my way, at the edge of the abyss. Just wanted to contact you to make sure you are still alive. I did not expect to find you in Alushanara. It's a nasty place. Its rulers are more dangerous than most of the other demon lords. It goes without saying that you should be incredibly careful there. Why were you looking for me? I bring you the latest news from Galorian. You will surely want to hear it, and I was sincerely worried about you. The abyss is a dangerous place. It's far too easy to disappear there. How wonderful it is to see I'm not only one. I'm not alone, and that some of your allies from the other planes are willing to rush to your aid. Early Sunset does not react to the angel's words. He either does not see the angel, or he does not consider it necessary to answer. So I see. What now? I wish to arrive and meet you in person. Forgive me, as I hope you stay there. I hope I didn't shy you away with my popcorn quest. Good. I will soon arrive and meet you in person. Forgive me, but I do not wish to appear within the walls of Lushnar. I will go to the place of the former rift in the Midnight Fane, and I will wait for you there. When we meet, we can speak and exchange news. Good luck. My thoughts are with you. Okay, so I want to get rid of the negative levels. How do I do that?
I will lend you my aid. Patrizio Turinos. Patrizio Turinos. Patrizio Turinos.
I don't know if there's a better way to do it, but this works. So I'm good now.
We will win this war.
The world has suffered enough.
I'm still gonna need a bunch more for those guys, but at least there's something. Okay, so we need to meet that dude.
Let us be off.
Here you find everything you ever dreamed of, my dear friend from another plane. Realms, drugs, pleasures of flesh, slaves, magical items, mysteries, forbidden vices, and sensational rumors. For just 1,000 gold coins, I will show you the best and worst Illusion has to offer. Look, I even have a certificate of untouchability signed by Our Lady, the Shadow herself. I feel like this is a scam. A 1,000 gold pieces. I know a good deal when I see one. Here you find everything. Okay, that just repeats. Seems very safe. Your forbidden fantasies will all come true in the 10,000 delights. Our place of pleasure is at your service. We offer every delight you can imagine. In fact, there was a reason this came up before. With the manor, find someone who can arrange a fight in arena, became famous. Secure. Guess not. Or we can still go in here. You see a massive, beautiful, decorated door. It appears impregnable. At the eye level, an elegant inscription reads 10,000 delights. In smaller letters, another inscription reads, a gift from Velexia, the wonderful, to Shivaru the beautiful. Examine the door and figure the best way to open it. The door looks solid and sturdy, but anything can be broken. The deceptively simple lock is lightly enchanted. It would have been reckless for those who put the door here not to protect it with magic. You're probably wondering how to pick my lock. Why don't bother, many have tried before. But go on, I could do with love. The door mocks you. I mean, immediately or score obscenities all over you, and I add an illustration too. I just picked the lock. Hey, get away from me. What are you doing? You pervert. That's disgusting. The door finds you poking around inside the lock extremely unpleasant, even painful. Finally the lock clicks and the door says in a hurt voice, you filthy beast. Wait, Arushale stares nervously at the door. Do you know this place? This is a brothel called the 10,000 Delights. The biggest and most popular place in all of Lushna, and one was the most popular one in all of Lushna. Is that so? Great, thank you for telling me. It would be a shame if I missed out on seeing the place. Did you frequent this place in your former life? Or maybe you used to work here? That's kinda an insult. Yes, and now I have some unfinished business in there. Of course I understand, all kinds of business are conducted there, not only pleasure related. I'd like to ask you something. If you have to go in there, please go without me. I don't want to see the inside of this place ever again, and I especially don't want to meet any of its denizens. Why? It's my former life, and I prefer to leave it behind in the past. My old acquaintances, accomplished clients. I don't want to run into them. I might need your help. Fine. Alright, I understand. Needs must. But she seems very unhappy about that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. We could just return to town. No, I guess we're not going there for now. Why, demons, dumb, countless... I can't read. Dumb countless took all the power. Had there been more of us, we would have strangled you by now. What are you getting? Hassled by mortals now? Anyway, seems cringy, let's just kill him. I don't think you're immune to death, are you? No. Dude, he's going fucking apeshit on my dragon.
The inheritor, guide my blade. Forwards.
Cringe to death. Alright. Yeah, that does sound pretty death. Griffin is not very useful right now. Because he's so de-leveled.
Into the fray! I'm done with you! We won't falter!
I bit him.
I will resist!
I bid him farewell. That's what you're here for, the good fun. Sauciest, they're getting the banner buff even though I'm in fucking hell.
What's that?
Okay. Abyss, same thing, but not quite. Ah, come on. Just come over here, platform.
Let's move.
Sorry. I did my best.
Incomprehensible scrolls have been described on the wall, written in countless dialects of the Abyss. Man, you failed me. To be fair, that would have been almost
Follow me.
impossible. I beg you, kind lady, give me a moment of your time. A thin Asima, good breeding apparent in every line of his aristocratic face, addresses you. Greetings and welcome to the dismal place. My name is Ladwork, and I ask for your help. I beg you show mercy, not toward me, but toward those young and innocent maidens. They are my wards. They are unfortunate enough to be abducted by demons. Saranene herself bestowed a revelation upon me, which prompted me to settle here and aid my brethren doomed in a dark and cruel fate. But my strength is all but gone, I swear it. I need assistance now more than ever. As my woman drifted out of the house, standing with silent shadows behind that work. The faces of many of the women are covered in scars and their cases are cold, as if numbed by suffering and despair. Sausage notes with encouragement and sympathy. Just keep holding on, friend. This is a mad place inhabited by mad creatures, but that makes your work all the more important. The disadvantaged and needy here have no one else to turn to. How may I help? Freeing enslaved Asimas has become my trade, you see. These women are former captives whom I saved from the monster's clutches. I protect them to the best of their ability, but I've heard a new shipment of slaves is about to arrive in the flesh market, and there's nothing I can do to break their shackles. Please do it in my stead. Please buy their freedom and send the woman here. I can see that you're a traveler of means. A single act of kindness should not inconvenience you excessively, but we'll be forever indebted to your compassionate soul. Such a kind and generous soul is truly a rarity in Abyss. We ought to help him, champion, not just to save the poor slave woman, but also to strengthen his faith in the righteousness of the path he has chosen. How did they end up here? The Abyss hungers for new slaves, so it sends countless raiding parties to other planes to stave off the cravings. These pure young women were captured on Galorian. I've never seen anything wilder than those ruthless thrall hunters prowling in search of defenseless victims, sniffing out the weak to enslave, clamping collars around their necks. Where can I find the captives? As far as I know, the thrall hunters were hired by the slave trader named Young, a hideous demon utterly lacking morals. I'm sure you'll find him in the flesh market, gleefully counting his coins from selling his chattel. Why don't you buy them? The man sighs and throws up his hands. Alas, I simply cannot afford such an expense. My meager income is spent on buying the freedom of the poor souls. When demons see an Asima customer, they raise the prices and conspire to keep me from purchasing anyone. In their eyes, the glee of thwarting me is worth the lost profits. Why did you bring these Asima to the Abyss? It pains me to say this, but I can think of only wait. Why did they bring the Asimas to the Abyss? It pains me to say this, but I can only think of two options. Both are equally terrible. Perhaps they can be sold to the 10,000 Delights, a filthy warhouse where corrupt souls indulge in the most immoral and vulgar of pleasures. The other option is worse. I have heard Shimara, the mistress of Alushinara, is a former celestial from upper planes who once served in the Everblight. This partly explains Shimara's irrational hatred of Asamas. They say she buys my kinfolk and takes them to the harem of ardent dreams, where she tortures them without mercy, then dines on their flesh. Monster. I see. I place my trust in you. The lives of the unfortunate young woman are in your hands. I spent the night in your house. I'm very sorry. I would gladly shelter you, but there's no room in my home. My wards and I barely have room as it is, and we live in abject poverty. Moreover, the women need to feel safe so they can heal. They need to be surrounded by familiar faces and protected from even the slightest hint of danger. Letting armed strangers stay in my home would bring back traumatic memories, and it would be cruel under the circumstances. Please accept my sincere apology. I have a few questions. I do not doubt this. I could hardly have expected to meet a member of my race in the abyss. You could hardly have expected to... I cannot read it. You could hardly have expected to meet a member of my race in the abyss. Besides, the very nature of my calling, which is dictated by both altruism and compassion, must seem strange and unnatural in this place. I am used to questions and will gladly provide whatever answers I can. How do you survive? It isn't easy. My ancestry alone enrages demons and makes them want to try to harm me. There have been numerous attempts on my life, and they have often tried to destroy the house where I shelter my wards. In particular, a strict ban on harming visitors from the other planes may protect me from the claws and blades of my malevolent neighbors, but it's powerless to keep them from spitting at my feet or scrawling profanities on the walls of my house, or endlessly plotting against me. What are you doing here? I had a revelation sent to me from the merciful Serenity. I realized I must descend to this grim place and bear witness to its countless terrors, so that I might aid those in distress. When I first visited the flesh market, I saw a young woman, my kin, locked up in cages. They had been abducted from different planes and put up for sale like goods or livestock. So I immediately purchased the freedom and brought them here. I've been freeing Asama women who ended up in Alushinai ever since. I wish I could do more. This place is teeming with tormented souls. But alas, there is a limit to my ability, not to mention my financial means. Why do you have only women? Because they are weaker. Ooh, that you can't write that today anymore. This came out in 2022. Their refinement, innocence, and beauty makes them attractive targets to derision and torment. At least a man can go down fighting when his patience runs out. Most of the women I meet were denied this final escape from horror due to physical or spiritual weakness. I wish my Lady Ayomide could hear those words. There is a small chuckle in the angel's voice. This mortal must be kind-hearted yet blind if he perceives spiritual weakness in those who often accomplish feats, both great and small, without a sword in hand, with nothing except passion and dedication. Simp. Okay. You ask a woman to help you, and you immediately add that they're physically or spiritually weak. Wow, I can go full weak on him. I did not expect to have my own feminism moment here. But I'm not a feminist, I'm a Sophie, so... You're right, it's much harder for a young woman to survive captivity and abuse. I'm glad you understand, that's why I'm trying to help them when I best can. What happened to your wards? They survived truly monstrous abuse. The demon showed no mercy, subjecting those unsullied flowers to abuse and torture. Disgusted by their beauty and purity, brutes trampled their innocence into the dirt. I attend to the physical wounds, but their hearts bleed still. Sorry, my chat got disconnected for a second, that distracted me. They have withdrawn into themselves. They do not speak, not even to me. I hope one day I will be able to return them to some semblance of normal life and send them home. I have no more questions. I could use help myself. I fear there's little I can do, but please accept this gift. You have a martial look about you, and I've no doubt you'll make good use of it. The man hands you a flask with a healing potion. Then he hides his hand behind his back to show that he does not expect payment for his generosity, and would refuse it if offered. I have to go. I wonder if you have a unique interaction if you are an Asuma. Considering you had a unique interaction for being a woman, which it's not that, like, I don't think there's a lot in this game for gender, but there probably is one for Asuma, isn't it? The harem of ardent dreams. Scram, you freaks, I don't care what you squabbling. Illusionar is not the place for you to tear one another to shred. First time here, a fearsome looking succubus steps forward, blocking your path. I assure you're welcome here. This is a harem of ardent dreams, a palace of Shamira, chief demoness of the city, after Nocticlo, of course. But when did Nocticlo ever care about petty concerns? Bottom line, this place belongs to the person who really wants everything. Got it? How is a feeble guy like you expect to stop someone who has vanquished hordes of demons? Was that meant to scare me? Sure, I've heard of the massacres happening with Galarian, but how am I to know? How am I to know you have anything to do with it? Until I see blood on your hands, you remain nothing but a pompous stranger. I wish to enter. You realize what you're getting yourself into, stranger. The most powerful demons in Lucian come here. You don't leap out of their way fast enough, and they pass. I will grind your bones into powder without bothering to pull them out of your body first. You really don't want to go in there. I'll be back. So can I? I don't think I can enter. Interesting.
March on.
It's a slave. The slave darts a wary glance at you, but doesn't dare to speak. Oh yeah, it's this fucking puzzle. So it's barely even a puzzle. I mean, you can probably... Wait, you're not supposed to stop spinning, sir. Fuck, I overflipped it. I know there's supposed to be a smarter solution, but this is my solution. Whenever the wearer of this +4 banded armor is detected immediately while being prone, stunned, or staggered, the attacker must pass a reflex save or suffer from the same condition for 2 rounds. In addition, the armor grants wearer immunity to fire and acid. If it works, it's smart. Okay. Not a lot of people wear armor in this fucking party. That's heavy armor too. 12 AC. The +3 mithril. 1 dex. It's not as good. He gets extra armor even though it doesn't, like, it really isn't great. No one in this party wears heavy armor much. Hey, we finally made it. It's a fleshy market. The tall, thin vendor is swathed in a loose black robe. He's not a demon, but it's impossible to determine his ways. His expressionless and hairless face is covered in tattoos and looks as if made of wax. His eyes are motionless. As you approach, the black figure almost doubles over as he sweeps into a low bow. The vendor moves with supernatural delicacy and grace impossible for a human. He extends his arms, also covered in tattoos, toward you. The ink on his palms come to life and form the words "Greetings, I'm Kerberos, vendor of the magic lunatics." The voice of the hand sounds contemplative. I can sense shadow, evil shadows that once served the old master. I'm not saying that name, whom I fought valiantly, but I had not the strength to defeat. Beware this one champion, for he is linked to powers both formidable and cunning. Something inside you awakes and casts a fiery glance at the slaver. You can see the darkness curling under the thin layer of his skin, or rather a shadow resembling darkness, a demon woven of shadows. That's interesting. I don't know what I'm getting at here. Where are you and where did you come from? Three words appear in the vendor's palms. Cabarrus from everywhere. The secretive stranger smiles slightly and shrugs. His soft glowing movements are so smooth to be almost indiscernible. It is not a creature of flesh, but rather melting wax. The slaver opens his mouth wide, and you see teeth nor tongue. Neither teeth nor tongue. The ink on his palm forms the word "I can communicate." Show me the magic. What kind of slave do you offer? With a slight nod, Cabos points at the group of slaves standing nearby. All of them are completely motionless. Their backs are naturally straight. They seem to be drugged. Their eyes are entirely black, without a hint of pupil, and in the depths tiny blue sparks flicker like stars in the midnight sky. From time to time, some of the slaves utter something uncanny or barely comprehensible, and fall silent. The ink glyphs begin to appear rapidly on the slaver's palm, as if drawn by a skilled scribe. My lunatics, magic ingredients for ritual sacrifices. Dissolved in blood, fermentation finished, distillation finished, deposited into practically self-propelled storage units inside the slaves' bodies. High magic potential. The goods were examined and certified by esteemed villagers, approved for trading. I can sense darkness inside them, not mundane darkness, which is merely the absence of light, but an embodiment of darkness that begets evil and possesses awareness instead of being emptiness and nothing. What cursed substance did he pump into these unfortunates? Keep an eye on them, for the darkness inside them waits for the right moment to be born into the world. What have you done with the slaves and why? Snakes made of letters crawl onto Krabus's hands. They're no longer slaves, they are vessels of magic. The body's fluids were drained and replaced with potions and decoctions imbued with energy. Their dried mummies were filled with dampness of magic, and dehydrated brains were filled with the mysteries of the universe. Top quality. Neridian, as they say here in Alushnar. I don't think I wanna buy some lunatics. Show me your wares. The slaver gives you another low bow. One of the eyes suddenly rolls out of his eye socket with a neat gentle movement. Kerberos touches the eyeball and returns it to normal place, and then he points to his wares. This dude's fucking weird. I mean, I know I'm in the biz, but he's still fucking weird. Also, somehow I do not remember him at all from playing last time. Yeah, we keep the mess though. Pearl of Power, level 9. And the Pearls of Power are really good. Once per day on the command Pearl, the power possesses any spell they have prepared in the cast that day. Things I don't actually have level 9 magic yet, do I? I mean, I don't. And now I don't. So it does say prepare. Right, okay, but you can't prepare, so. I'm level 7. Two level 5 spells. Sure. I don't know if I need to equip them or how they work. The markers engraved on the coin depict another coin. I actually do want this, so.
Are we ready to move out?
Okay, so that seems to be how it works. Okay. That coin I bought is a fast travel marker, so now I can fast travel here, which means I will probably return back to town, take to home base in a moment, because then I can get rid of the negative levels. But first, let's talk to all these people.
Let us be off.
The Cambion who gives you a smarmy bow looks like he once tried to split in two, then changed his mind. His cheek is twice as wide as it should be, and double pupils stare at you from each of his eyes. Every time the freakish creature opens his mouth, an impressive goiter sprays on his neck. The voice has an unpleasant croaking quality, as if a giant toad had taken up residence in the throat. Would you like to buy some flesh? You can call me Raggy, I'm at your service. Who are you? What are you selling? What? Everybody calls me Raggy, and the name's just fine by me. I'm the top vendor here at the flesh markets. No matter what others think, they sell expensive classy goods, where I specialize in rabble and riffraff. My goods cost 10 times less than what they are selling, but I have 100 times more clients than everyone else. Everyone needs a slave, cheap, maybe slightly defective, but still a slave. Big shots from upper city prefer to do business with others, but so what? The middle city feeds so much better. Yagi's voice hates his voice for the last part. You notice a demon standing nearby casting cautious glance at the insolent grinning Cambion. It seems this shabby specimen is some authority after all. Besides, I don't just sell live goods, I sell the stuff that used to belong to these poor fools as well. You find extremely valuable and interesting items among the loot taken during the slave raids. Show me what you have looted. Also, I like how you can just kill everyone in the fucking district. Everyone you talk to here is just the option. You know, fuck you, I'm killing you. Appreciate it. Appreciate that they're willing to represent slavery, and appreciate that they're willing to let you kill the slavers. Everybody's happy. Mighty Fist plus 4, now that sounds good for me. He also says a coin, but I only need one. All enraged. I don't actually have a cape, do I? I think I was supposed to have a cape. This also seems good. Honestly, there's a lot of really good items here. So what happened to my... Oh, I do have a cape. Blah 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 blah. Quarter level. Face is better, presuming it stacks. Okay, but I don't need that, so this is better. Show me your slaves. I can offer you a shipment of Goering slaves. They certainly aren't the best shape. Goerings are notorious for their fragility, but torturing them is fun. As Waggy grins, he spot at least 2 rows of needle-sharp teeth in his mouth. The Goering slaves are clad in torn rags, their bodies emaciated. That's not the correct word. Emaciated? Many have wounds and cuts. They're black, indifferent to everything happening around them suggests these unfortunate have lost hope and of escape long ago. Sila looks at the slave with pain in her eyes. Oh, you poor souls, what have they done to you? It's over now, we will help you. Where are you from? We come from all over, my lady paladin. Most of us were captured back in Cannabis. As for me, I got caught on my way to Nerosian. I was on leave, going to visit my family. Wow, it's quite a journey you have had. But we will get you to Nerosian and see your family again. I swear on my life, you hear me? Hold tight and tell the others not to lose heart. Sila turns to you and says gravely, we must get them out of here at all costs. We can't abandon our own. If we did, we'd be worse than the scum. A revolutionary... That's the name, right? I forgot. I can't. These demon names are all just blending together to me. Arushale's presence causes a rumble of discontent among the slaves. She flinches under their angry and hateful gazes. She opens her mouth to say something, but fails to find the right words. Just sadly lowers her eyes. Winged bitch, what are you looking at? Saucy. Look at how in-depth this is. This is fucking amazing. We are like 6 dialogues options deep now. I'm sorry to like, but I mean, compare this to like Fallout 4 or like any fucking modern quotation marks RPG. Saucy addresses the slaves with a soft but resolute manner. Brothers, you should not insult her. She has repented and now fights for a righteous cause. She's a good friend and a worthy crusader. I swear to you, in Shailin's name. The cleric's words are followed by embarrassed and confused grumblings among the slaves. The succubus eyes turn to Saucy. They are full of relief and sincere gratitude. A shy smile appears on her lips. Seizing the moment and deftly spitting at the method in the cage, Raggy nods at him. If you wish, you can purchase this little brighter. You won't be of much use, but you can certainly entertain yourself for some time torturing him. He's sharp-tongued and quite resilient. I guarantee you'll spend several interesting and pleasant evenings killing this little freak. Chuckling, Raggy watches as the method wipes the spit from his face and mutters curses under his breath. The method's voice is angry, but tinged with respect. I buy the Goering slaves. The double pupils flicker with greed. After feigning indecision, Raggy finally states 50,000 gold coins. I won't accept any less. I can get 15,000 selling those wretches as meat. Except, Raggy looks at one of the slaves who can barely stand. With a sable motion, he throws a spell that slits the unfortunate's throat. as if he used a serrated knife. Raggy spits in disgust at the body on the ground. He doesn't even bother to wipe the splashes of blood from his face. That one was completely defective. It would be shameful to offer it to a respectable buyer. Aria crouches and growls softly. There's not many things that can anger the guileless dragon, but it looks like the slaver managed to do just that. The heavy silence of the hand of the inheritor is almost palpable. It fills the air like the calm before the storm. Then the Anger's voice explodes in your head, roaring, furious like a battlehorn. He killed him like an animal. Oh heavens, I knew I was descending into the depths of evil, but there must be a limit. There must be a limit to it all. If not today, then someday I will descend into the den of sin and punish the murderers and save the victims. Question, are we paying or are we killing? Because he did just kinda kill one of the slaves I was about to buy. Which makes you curious if you could have just attacked him beforehand and saved that slave. We're going kill. I don't know if that means we kill everyone in the market. We'll see. The slavers are lucky. They're about to see the master choke on their own blood. Out of nowhere, a knife with a white jagged blade appears in Mary's hands. Spinning the knife carefully with two numerous fingers, she leers at you without fear. You wanna dance? Taking advantage of the fuss, the method deftly picks the lock in his cage using its pointed tail as a skeleton key. Once free, it makes an obscene sound as at Raggy, winks at you mischievously, and immediately takes off in the air. I think you've made a grave mistake, because I'm putting you in the grave. It's barely even a pun at that point. Ow, not over yet, Vice Champion, and he the better with renewed vigor. And I fight by your side, sure. I don't know if you were supposed I don't know if that was a good idea. You didn't need to. We were fine, so. I was about to death spell him, but okay. I guess you wanted to be part of this. Hope it's not a problem he made himself seen. You fought bravely, but now it's time for me to hide from the beast's eyes again. Yeah, I don't think that really works, sir. Like, you just made yourself seen in the middle of the fucking market. But sure. Delusion. You stand huddled in a tight circle, knives picked up from the ground, glint in the hands of some. It's almost as if the scent of demon blood has imbued their exhausted bodies with new strength. They are clearly no longer willing to simply watch their lives be bargained away. One of them, a young man with an injured leg, flashes a bloodthirsty grin at you. So what's next, ma'am? Should we run, or should we face death here? Won't go back in the cage. We have had enough of this demon filth. Explain to them how to get to the Nexus. You can take refuge at my camp. Emir, Iomade bless you. Thank you for standing up for us. We never forget your kindness. The ragged slaves huddle in a tight group and hurry toward the exit. They're frightened and tired, but you can see a glimpse of hope and defiance in their eyes. You did as every true Galorian should, saving these people from their home world, from slavery. From your home world, from slavery. Thanks to the people like you, my heart holds no doubt that we will emerge victorious. I guess the other demons can just go fuck themselves. Please, someone buy me. If no one buys me, Master will kill me and feed me to his pets. Your master's kinda dead. We should run. It's a bit fucked up that I can't even interact with them. But yeah, how cool is it? Whatever. I can't speak that. Master is delighted to behold Lady Hafsmara and Lady Shamira. It is a great honor for him. How may he assist you? Hafsmara is looking to buy some slaves, the best slaves. It's an important job. Allow me to present this fine specimen, an extraordinary, belligerent, destructive, and vicious slave. He killed 700 before he was captured. Shut your mouth, meat boy. Your breath stinks. I don't need a gladiator or a bodyguard. I'm looking for a pack of strong demons, ones who are not very bright and can obey orders. I mean, not very bright is pretty much a base. Oh, fuck you, game. Hasmara, what do you want with these punny creatures? They're small, fry, and fit only to be cannon fodder for crusaders. I would suggest they seem fine to me. Finish your preparations. They send them to the helm of the ardent dreams. Be quick about it. Release me immediately, you hideous creature. Use your brain. What kind of walker would I make? I'm a demon of sloth, damn it. Master wishes to shut your mouth, you puny web. No matter how pathetic you are, you work as hard as anyone when driven with a lash. Pathetic? How dare you call me pathetic? Drink poison, you bitch. Oh, it's because we gave him the book. Master said will pay 1,000 gold coins for the dead head of the insolent creature who dared to insult him. That does not happen if you do not give him the magic book, because that was a suture. A dark-haired young man stares at you, because I gave him the mythic power. Up at the ugly lump of flesh hovering in there. Hello there, I am blinded by your beauty. Please descend to this humble mortal and grant me the honor of a date with you. I mean, I don't interfere with this fucking guy. The demon gives an indigent snort and begins to gurgle angrily. His tiefling slave translates. Master says you have 10,000 to get out of 10 seconds to get out of sight, or the command is likely to gouge out your eyes. Alright, I can take a hint. I'm leaving. The young man backs away and jots something down in his notebook. Done. Excellent source material. Now I have to get a drink or two in the tavern. Get to work. So I missed one line. What was it? Oh yeah, that was suture. Because then I think you can buy his freedom or something. I feel like I'm pretty sure that that part doesn't normally happen because I don't remember it. Yeah, here it is. In any case, perhaps my lady would be interested in this batch of creatures recently captured in the lower city. They're strong and quite stupid. A demon who looks like a ball of lumpy melting flesh hovers in the air. He clenches a whip in his hand. The demon emanates an aura of confidence and authority. He snorts sternly at a skinny tiefling standing nearby, whose eyes are skillfully sewn shut with black silk threads, studded with diamond ships. The demon mutters something incomprehensible to you. The tiefling speaks to you in a soft voice, devoid of emotion. Master welcomes you to the flesh market, visitors from another plane. He notices right away that you are a person of means. Though he himself has no interest in doing business with you, your presence benefits the flesh market. So Master is prepared to spare you some of his time. The slave will interpret his words for you, for he loathes speaking any language except the one of his homeworld. The tiefling interrupts another burst of snorting, this time addressed to Rochelet. Master is happy to see Lady Rochelet again and wishes you a pleasant purchase. Sis at the flesh market. He regrets immensely that he wasn't informed of Lady Rochelet's visit in advance. Otherwise, he would have prepared a special lot exclusively for her. Master remembers Lady Rochelet's preferences very well. He would be happy to satisfy the wishes of such a discerning client. Rochelet sounds calm, but you can see the hand have started to tremble. Please, tell Master I have no interest in his slaves anymore. I won't pay for them. Either in gold nor in... Jesus Christ, you fucked the meatball? I'm sorry, Rochelet, but... Wow. You did choose the white side, because that is not a life worth living. Nor in other ways. Amri listens carefully, and just as carefully, she examines the tiefling stone's eyes. His loathsome master in the surrounding of the slave market. Then in a tone that brooks no objection, she declares, everything in this place is horrible. Absolutely everything. There's a lot of interactions in this part of the game. Why did Harafma and Shamira buy you slaves? Lady Harafma is extremely secretive. No one knows where she's up to, and no one wants to ask unnecessary questions, because Lady Harafma has already proven to be quite powerful. Snooping around her business could be dangerous. When Lady Shamira brings Lady Harafma with her, she says she needs stupid but strong slave. Master never asks questions, and nor does he hold a grudge for the meatball nickname. Hey, I also call him meatball. Master is very wise and shows restraint. One of the demon gods still goes interested in the conversation and subconsciously leans forward. Master whips him across the muzzle with a lightning fast blow. The demon's head explodes like a watermelon, dropping from a great height. The interpreter comments on the execution with indifference. Master would like to remind everyone that unnecessary curiosity can be harmful for servants, especially if curiosity regards Master's business. Ooh, tell me more about this flesh market. Master finds your curiosity commendable. He's willing to outline the basic principles of the flesh market, and it's a tiefling voice silent for a while, listening carefully to the demon's croaking. Then he finds a quick word. It's hierarchy. He's also willing to explain the intricacies of the highly respected occupation of a slaver. It would take a lot of effort to find a place more disgusting than this one, even here in the abyss. In the old days, my warriors and I broke many slave collars and had countless slaves out of the abyss. Who runs the flesh market? Master has the honor of being the informal head of the flesh market because he's the main supplier to the upper city. All the individuals who dare challenge Master's primacy renounce their faith slaves, became his slaves, and now proudly wear his person insignia carved into the face with cold iron. With the demanding crack of the whip, Master coils over one of the demons standing nearby. The latter kneels hastily, obediently hiding his eyes, and extends his hand's palm up. Master seems satisfied with the display of obedience, so he lets the demon go by whipping him slightly over the shoulder and leaving a ruby red welt on his skin. As you have noticed, Master's authority here in the flesh market is absolute. Where do you get your slaves? The majority of the slaves are captives seized during raids on other planes. Master is happy to inform you that Goering is one of the main suppliers of supply channels. The abyss itself supplies a fair share of slaves as well. Demons have no prejudice against enslaving their own kind. Comment I could make right now, but I'm not going to because it's gonna get me in trouble. Demonic slaves are more hard-wearing and last longer than slaves from most other planes. What is this place? This place is called the Flesh Markets because here one can buy living and healthy flesh. Slaves for housekeeping, slaves for carnal pleasure, fighting slaves, sacrificial slaves, slaves of an edible nature. He says 100 of slaves are shipped here and 100 of customers come to buy them. I see. I do actually like how realized this whole universe is. It's very in depth. They did not half-ass it. Are you his slave? The demon bursts into gurgling. Even without understanding a word, you quickly conclude that he is displeased. Master wishes you to cease your attempt to bypass him and communicate directly with his property. The provenance of his property is a matter of concern. Alone, no one else. Who are you, demon? The demon answers with lengthy, barging tirade, as the interpreter listens carefully. Master comes from a remote corner of the abyss, extremely far from these parts. Practically no one in Lushnara has heard of the magnificent place that is Master's homeland. He would happily return there because this place is superior to all the other realms in the abyss. However, Master found himself a fascination with the concept of slavery. In his homeland, the idea of owning other sentient beings does not exist. The common practice is to kill anyone who is not like you. Master has spent a lot of time studying the sophisticated art of slave holding, has become most respected slaver in the whole world of Lishnar. He's equally disgusting inside and out. Horrible, horrible demon. The most repulsive of all I've seen. Tell Master it's wrong to treat living creatures like this. Not everyone approves of slavery in Galorian, but I respect the custom. This seems right. The weak must serve the strong. Slavery is disgusting. What would Sophie say? You saying you wouldn't put a slave collar on Avu? Getting a distinct feeling you're not a slavery fan. Listening intently to the displeased hoots, the tiefling adds a light touch of condemnation to his monotonous speech. Master is deeply indifferent to your opinion regarding the slave trade, an order he has established here at the flesh market. Master does not find it necessary to listen to the advice of strangers who have come from a primitive plane that will soon be conquered. This pleased growl makes everyone turn around. The eyes are filled with fear and readiness to flee. I like to see a slave. The teaching voice is motionless, and fails to convey the arrogant notes you hear in the demon snorting. I'm afraid Master would reject your offer. Our slaves were caught to satisfy personal requests from the most esteemed in Upper City. Master is the most influential of the slavers. He can't afford to waste his time on something as pointless as negotiating with a stranger. I have to go. Master won't keep you any longer. He wishes to state that he found this conversation very entertaining. He wishes to food trading and good meat in your cages. I mean, he's actually quite like friendly as a merchant. You gotta give him that. An old man with a back as stiff as a pike staff casts a piercing look at you. His grey hair and luxurious sideburns grant him an imposing significant demeanor. Greetings, I'm Count Christoph Roland. I've the honor of serving as a venture captain of the Pathfinder Society, heading the branch of society in Alushna and its adjacent territories. If you need to serve as a Pathfinders, these fuckers are everywhere, mate. I want to help the society by providing funds. The society has fixed charity rates, preventing corruption. I personally find this practice very wise. Donation for the prisoners of the abyss is 50,000 gold. It's a high price, but it will give freedom to the unfortunate, so be it. Base profit is not worth more than life. Sure, take the gold. The Pathfinder Society is grateful for your help, Commander. The unfortunate folk enslaved by demons will glorify your names throughout the abyss. Tell me about yourself. I'm a noble, a good Asmodean, and a Pathfinder, who earned the honor of being sent with the most unwanted task of most repulsive. Being sent with the most unwanted task to the most repulsive point in the world, and ready to provide you with a few good fighters. What else are you interested in? What's like being in the abyss? Abominable. The abyss is a savage place where everything can be designed wrong. Everything that can be designed in a wrong way is. Why are you here? To buy slaves, of course, or rather redeem slaves. The Pathfinder Society sends me to provide help to dwellers of Galorian who have been enslaved by demons. Every day I go to the slave market with a bag of gold, and I return to our shelter with a crowd of poor folks, whose freedoms I've managed to buy. Unfortunately, there's always too many slaves and too little gold. We sent the ones we saved to Galorian. Some of them are opportunists and fighters who were lucky enough to be imprisoned. Unlucky enough to be imprisoned. They are grateful to the society and are ready to provide service to repay us for the rescue. When people who are looking for mercenaries contact me, my charges go to serve them, and the payment for the service fills the coffers for continued redemption of slaves. Man, saving slaves is stupid. You make the demon stronger with your gold. I mean, technically, does gold really make stronger if it's a closed loop system for the most part? What you do is merciful. I personally think that an enemy has to be fought against, not traded with, but the management of the Pathfinder Society does not heed my advice. Who are you? The old man lifts his chin and carefully smokes his amazing sideburns. Amazing sideburns? Okay. Must be one of the Pathfinder OCs. Christoph Rolland from Long March, a hereditary count of Chiliax, a venture captain of the Pathfinder Society at your service. The Pathfinder Society has long planned to open a branch in the abyss. For obvious reasons, such an appointment didn't make anyone else happy, anyone especially happy. However, as people of honor, we Pathfinders of my lodge couldn't let squeamishness stand in the way of duty. All of us volunteered for the mission, and then he shows the most suitable candidate.
Let's move.
Really, he's just here so that you have a way to recruit the generic companions. A stern-looking demon stands before you, bristling with what seems an arsenal of worms, and his copious scars suggest he has been hacked to pieces more than once. His face is hidden under a grotesque obsidian mask attached to his flesh by thin straps ending in hooks. The hooks are threaded into the skin, and the wounds bleed profusely as if inflicted mere moments ago. The mask resembles a sinister black mollusk enveloping the face of its victim. And he speaks, the slaver's voice is muffled. Greetings, stranger. I am Verlong, legend of the Battle Bliss. Are you looking to buy some better slaves, or do you need weapons for yourself and your servants? What is the mask you wear? The first champion fought wearing this mask. The final champion will fight wearing it on the day the wood ceases to exist. In this mask, I was invincible. I conquered the Battle Bliss and made all Illusionaire bow before me. I fought to pass it to Gelderfang, my apprentice, but despite his many talents, in art of killing, he loved his life. He loved his life far too much. He's afraid of death to fight me and take the mask. He's not a true gladiator, not a real champion, but no one aside from the true children of the arena are capable of understanding this. This mask is strikingly different from the ones we are looking for to solve the riddle in the nameless ruin. Still, it's unique. I would like to examine it. Honor demon, hand it over immediately for an experiment. I promise to not break it. No. Please? No. I mention your name in the encyclopedia over my dead body. Fine. Nene turns over to look at you with expectant eyes. How are we doing this for science? Are we attacking him? She's your green waifu of cringe. I feel it should be your call. Nani, will give it a rest. But what about the experiment? And then he lowers her head, and for a brief moment you think she might burst into tears. But the next moment she raises her head and looks at you without a hint of what just happened. That's because she is fucking retarded. Who are you? I'm Verlong, Black Mask. I was the champion of the arena. I fought and killed in the name of my mistress, Shamira. I worshipped her. I was a slave and bodyguard. She was flattered by the many killings dedicated to her honor, and by the shouts of the crowd chanting her name. But then I had a dark revelation. I realized Shamira was not worthy of my worship. She owned me, but my true mistress was the one that entered the arena with me. In her hand in mine, death. I dedicated my next victim to her instead of Shamira. My mistress was enraged. She arranged a fight in the arena, and I had no hope of winning. I was hacked and cut, torn apart, choked, ground to dust by magic, and impaled on spears. But still I did not die. My remains were stitched together, piece by piece. Death was not with me that day, and I returned even more powerful. But the fights lost their appeal after that, and a mortal gains no glory fighting mortals, so I left the arena. I no longer kill by my own hand. Now I offer my gift of death by the hand of the gladiators I train. I take their names and their dreams, and in turn I give them realms and the dark revelation of death. Now he's fucking edgy. Show me the realms. My gladiators come from a range of planes and are accustomed to fighting in... Wait, did I... The realms, I see. Fighting different styles. I'd quite a wide selection. I'm positive you find something that fits your hand, no matter how many hands nature gave you. The slave of Shaka is pleased with his own jokes. The items I have here are the best examples of Neridian realms in Amun. Why do you keep calling them Neridian? Rumors have going around but some magic in Neridian crystals that grant immense power to the owners. No one knows for certain where they come from or what they really are, but everyone desires them. And Lushnara has become obsessed with all things Neridian. That's why everyone in Lushnara tries top quality goods Neridian. Show me what you've got. The Exterminator. The Interceptor. That's a good rapier, but none of us rapier. Yeah, I mean, he got survival skill. Show me the ones you're selling. And selling death itself. Death lurks in my gladiator's hands and in the eyes. They can kill so swiftly you may not even see them strike. They can kill so slowly their opponent's death makes them spectators shiver in ecstasy. They embrace their own death with such dignity that their names soar from the lips of the crowd into the dark sky, straight into the hands of the merciful death. The gladiators are a mix of all ages and races. They indeed look tough and dangerous. Their powerful bodies, bloodthirsty gazes, and deft yet casual grips on their realms show them to be true masters of their art. They resemble a pack of predators at rest before a bloody hunt, where they will rip, tear, and gut their prey. The glances they exchange are amicable but not warm, for tomorrow each may have to kill the other in front of the screaming crowd. Write down the freedom theft. The arena is a home, the other gladiators a family, and the fight their sole purpose in life. Fighting is the only path of glory and a career life of luxury. But to win in the arena, you need a distinguished and influential master who will provide you with an experienced trainer, good realms, and decent food and skillful lovers to salve your wounds. But would such a distinguished and influential demon take on just a no-name wannabe? Of course not. That's why when a demon wishes to purchase a gladiator from the arena, they come to me. And the best fighters pay enormous sums to become my slaves and trainees. I'm the only hope of making it to the top. Like, look at how intricate and, I won't say morally grey because this place is super fucked up and everyone keeps saying it, but like, it's not that simple. Like, some of these people literally sell themselves into slavery to be trained how to kill better. Like, this is one hell of an interesting universe in my opinion. There's glory to be gained by fighting the arena, you say? There certainly is. Gladiators fights are most popular entertainment here in Elutionar. There's no better way to acquire fame and glory than to step into the battle bliss and take another's life. I could buy the gladiators. Swine gladiators. By lowering battle cries, a slave examines you with a sharp look. The straps of the mask tighten slightly, making the skin wrinkle. Finally nods. You look genuine. You're a killer. I suppose I could say you my gladiators. 30,000 gold coins for 30,000 enemies they kill in your honor in the arena. I mean, I could, but we're probably not going to do it right now. I wish you glorious battle, many fallen enemies, and a hard and painful death that will be etched in the hearts of generations to come. I think that's everyone here. So we can go, at least go with teleport. I do have a teleportation place now, so that's nice. Pretty funny because this is actually considered usually by a lot of people the worst chapter in the game. I don't know if I actually agree. It is quite the tangent, like you're just kind of going into it from other stuff, but I think the fact that it is way more linear as a chapter means that they were able to put a lot more variety within each dialogue. I mean, I was talking about how incredibly many, like, there's just interjections from companions all the time. It's quite a lot.
You know, you could at least try to look like you give a damn about anyone but yourself.
Do my ears deceive me? Is a paladin of Iomade encouraging me to lie?
Thank you, Darian. Woodruff isn't looking at you. His tail twitches nervously from side to side. Chief, he scratches the back of his head, painstakingly choosing each word. I went someplace, you see, an abandoned mansion in the upper city, not far from Nauticula's palace. You can't miss it. What do you mean you went to an abandoned mansion? Well, I walked. I used my feet, you know. It's how people walk. Woodruff shifts his feet back and forth like he's dancing on hot coals. I woke up. We're not complete strangers, you know. I need this, Chief. I've been thinking a lot about myself. And you, and the moon of the abyss. And yeah, alright, I'm lying. I didn't think. I tried to think. Only the shadow started talking to me. And even then, I didn't want it to. It told me where to go. Said I needed to come to terms with who I am, but maybe I don't want to understand. Maybe I'm better off being kept in the dark. Woodruff takes a small breath. I already know who I am. I'm a poor thief and a loser, born at the wrong time in the wrong place to the wrong people. But I want to be stronger, you know. I'm used to this, to the moon of the abyss, and if it can give me even more, I take it. Otherwise, this Wartiel will keep bothering me till the end of days, and everyone will keep kicking me around. And now I'm kinda in your gang, I mean, your party, and that helps things. But I can't keep going like this forever. Everything's gonna fall apart someday, and the party will fall apart too. I need this power. Wait, your shadow speaks again. What exactly did it say? Here in the abyss, the shadows become completely different. It calls out when it wants, and it makes sense when it talks. It says a lot of... and I got an inheritance. Some power that can get rid of Wartiel once and for all. If I get it, I get it if I go to Yakfif's Lilith's old mansion in the upper city. And there's witches in it too. I'd never turned down a chest of gold, you know. Can I speak to you, Shadow? Yeah, no problem. Woodruff concentrates trying to summon a shadow, but nothing happens. No, it's not working. It's like my shadow doesn't want to come out. Stubborn as a mule, it's gone, you know. It could be dangerous. I'm coming with you. Woodruff head shoots up. What? No, Chief. It's my business. I figured out myself. I just told you because I don't know. I wanted to tell you I already dragged you into the mess with Woodruff. I just think of it like an apology, you know, but no more. If you want to come, congratulate me once I got the power, you should come. But I do it myself. I don't want to get used to always running off to someone as soon as I need help. It's not normal. Friends don't abandon each other in different situations. I want to go with you. Ooh, I failed the shack. Rolle 2? And where do you get the idea we are friends, huh? I don't remember us hanging out together like old pals. We haven't swapped friendship bracelets. We have sworn no blood oath. Seems to me you only remember our friendship when you want me to do something you want, but this time I don't want friends. See ya, chief. Ooh, that was unexpected result. Okay, that got interesting. Listen, the cleric speaks quietly yet in his with unusual resolve. I found out there's a slave trade at the local market. A demon in a black mask. Yeah, we were kinda there a moment ago. I might be grasping at straws here, but what if he's the same demon that kidnapped Trevor? Let's go and ask him questions. A demon in a black mask? What are you talking about? Come on, we were just there. Do you remember the soldiers who fought for Hell Knights? They told me about a demon in a black mask. Yes, we know this. They fought the monster that yeah. What are you going to do? I don't know. Right now, I only have this unreliable lead and lots of unreasonably high hopes. If this demon really is the one I'm looking for, if he still remembers who fought Trevor, if Trevor is who bought Trevor, if Trevor is still alive. Let's start with a simple conversation. We'll listen to what the demon has to say and decide what to do next. We didn't kill the Black Mask one though, actually. That was the last one we just talked to, the Better Bliss guy. Are you sure you still want to find Trevor? You might not like what you discover. Saucy looks down. I've long accepted that whatever happened to Trevor couldn't have been good. I still want to know his fate. If he's in prison, I will set him free. If he's dead, I will be at least able to pray for his soul's peaceful rest. I see what I can do. So it would have been interesting if we did kill him for the Quench Mage, because then the two storylines would have gotten very confused very quickly. Now Asher looks at you, smiles sadly without saying a word. Maybe I should leave her here, she seems unhappy. Your mom came to see you, I think I was not supposed to say that. Congratulations, Chief, how do you like the new title? If I just scream ah for 5 minutes and rip all the hair out of my body, will that count as an answer for the question? I've always been a loner, as much as anyone can be in the tribe. Sure, I was never left out on birthday parties, but only out of courtesy. I got used to caring only about myself, but now the entire tribe is my responsibility and I'm expected to feed them, teach them, heal them, settle their disputes. Sometimes I feel like I'm going insane and I can't do anything right, and sometimes I take a breath, look around, and everything seems to be working. No one has died, and no one is crying or eating dirt, which means I've done alright. But look who I'm talking to, you understand it just as well as I do. What's it like being commander? If I just scream for 10 minutes, really. I can't help but feeling like an imposter, like I don't deserve the position. I feel like Sophie probably isn't the most, like, I don't think she meant for this to happen. Trust me, it doesn't show. Lan smiles warmly. You're doing everything right, Sophie. Look around. The city's not on fire. Yeah, this city's like literally on fire, dude. No soldiers are running around screaming. You are gonna die. That means you're a good commander. I want to talk about our training session. Yeah, I realized it got a little weird. Lan turns the scared side of his face to you. We both got a little carried away, and well, we probably shouldn't train together anymore. It wasn't the best idea. Besides, I lied to you about my intentions. I couldn't just come out and say I wanted to spend time alone with you. Get to know you better. I'm sorry for lying. You have nothing to be sorry for. No offense taken. Lan turns his human side to you and smiles. To be completely honest, I liked it. It was as if by fighting you I started to understand you better, strange as it may sound. And, of course, it's flattering to have a beautiful woman completely focused on me, never taking her eyes off me, even if she's smashing me in the process. I can get used to this. No, that's a good kind of relationship. You can beat the shit out of him. He just likes it. Thank you for your answers. I want to talk about our friendship. You don't interest me anymore. God. Perhaps people think as they are. Like, The game just kind of forced me into all these romantic relationships, and I don't know how to tell them to go away. Lan wishes, and I thought you were about to say something terrible. Maybe you wanted to, but you changed your mind when you looked into my big imploring eyes. Anyway, thank you. I will try not to disappoint you. I don't think I've ever been forced into, what is the term? Whatever. I have like 3 different fucking relationships going on, but at least only Griffin dude seems to actually be in on it, so. Ah, good, there you are, very good, just in time. You'll be delighted to know that I need you for an experiment. So the grey garrison stands roofless, demons are running for the hills, with the tears between their legs. Mendev's queen, what's her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Ah yeah, Gelfrey, is going to and fro, and all of this somehow connects to you, my loyal follower. Thus far, there were no scientific evidence of your exceptionality, if one discounts blind faith and divine intervention, which I do. We people of science refuse to believe in the inexplicable without proof. We are the ones who explain the inexplicable. Nanny punctuates a statement with an energetic sweep of her arm, and therefore open your mouth and say, ah. Sure. Nanny peers into the mouth with practiced eyes. Alright, your throat is fine, tongue looks perfectly normal. Your breath, the smell is in line with regular functions of the digestive system. Now your teeth, I'm a griffin, I don't have teeth, or so, whatever. She sticks one hand in your mouth and probes each of your teeth in turn with the skill of a seasoned dentist. No detectable alterations. By the way, do you know that many individuals, while being fully civilized representatives of their race, instead of amazing powerful bite, that is suddenly recalling something, Nanny pulls her hand out of your mouth. Is that a unique line, or is that just... I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I sometimes explode people by biting them, actually, now I think about it. Fang, then. Well, teeth like mine, I should know. Nanny casts a puzzled glance at you, but then quickly nods. Ah yes, you are a kitsune. Field research has shown that kitsunes bite take much longer to heal than bites from other races. Moving on, alright. What do we do next? Ears, let me check your hearing. Testing. Nanny eyes wide in your ear and nods in satisfaction as she observes your reaction. Your hearing is fine. Was fine. But don't worry, it's scientifically proven that it should return to normal soon. Next, Nanny circus. I kinda love her, honestly, like, I hated her, but I kinda love her. Eyes are clear. I mean, yeah, whatever. Posture is satisfactory. Limb length is standard. No lies. She stops, rubs her shin in contemplation, and then in a slightly dejected tone says, Girl, you're the picture of health. It's a pity, I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, now let's assess your mental state. Imagine a hypothetical situation. You are a tree. 2 squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are now copulating there. What do you do? What should I care? I stick my branch into the hollow and drag them both out by the neck. I do precisely nothing because I'm a tree. An unconscious act of withdrawal along with the lack of trust in your own abilities, or perhaps a healthy dose of pragmatism. On the next question, another hypothetical situation. You are a tomato. You have been picked from the vegetable patch and put into a crate. You know that today the cook will use half of the tomato from the crate to make soup. Why do I know this? I'm a fucking tomato. It's a tomato tomato. I'm trying to dig deeper, it's great. There's nothing I can do, I'm a tomato, remember? An unconscious act of withdrawal, inability to, or willingness to see something bigger behind something small. Alright, I understand. On the surface it appears you don't really believe in your ability to change things. In fact, you are a strong pragmatist who knows perfectly well what you can and can't do. That is so not Sophie, you are a terrible psychiatrist. Your reasoning is that of a mortal, one who is capable of achieving a great deal, though she would deny even that. On that note, I deem this experiment complete. Thank you for your participation. Ninja looks at you pensively and then gestures at you with a wide sweep of her arm. And yet you remain a puzzle to me. I love puzzles. One of these days I will slowly solve you completely. Unless I forget. By the way, I have another assignment for you. So the experiment, Nino gestures excitedly. I will need some supplies for this one. Girl, please bring me a bottle of alcohol, anywhere do. And please hurry, science can't prevail. Can't wait. Nah, it's I mean I already got one. Why would you need alcohol? I've already told you it's for an experiment. Hurry and bring it to me. Why don't you go buy one yourself? I'm busy with extremely important task. Mentally preparing myself for the experiment. Now that I can relate to. Besides, a task like this is perfectly fit for a loyal follower. I brought you the bottle. Nino snatches the bottle out of your hands and stares at it with all covetousness of a seasoned alcoholic. Here it is, my path to learning the true value of humanity from the perspective of the lowliest man on the street. She produces a corkscrew from her sleeve, looks at it with bafflement, then at the bottle, then at the corkscrew, after which she hands the bottle back to you. Open it. This experiment definitely won't work if we don't open it. Are we gonna get drunk? Are you also gonna go into a relationship with me? Because I mean, okay. Do you always carry corkscrew up your sleeve? Don't be preposterous. But I'm meticulous when it comes to preparing for my experiments. I plan for everything. Nene sighs. Alright, I admit it. That's not true, but I've truly prepared for this particular experiment. What is it gonna be about? I'm taking a huge risk with this experiment. I'm putting my reputation, my good name, and even my future in line. With the help of this bottle, I will lower myself to the level of the average man on the street. And I will try to understand the mentality of someone who is really devoid of intelligence. You surely know, maybe even from personal experience, that alcohol dampens mental activity and is a catalyst for stupidity. With a brain like mine, alcohol is the only way to find out how it feels like to be an idiot. Fine, then let's do it. I'm taking a huge risk for this experiment. Yes, I think you just said that. Your IQ is already dropping. Wait, did I hit the same one? No, it just repeated. That's weird. Wait, well, let's begin. With the steely resolve and of a warrior going to bet his last battle, Nanio takes a big gulp straight from the bottle. Ugh, this is disgusting. She's overcome with the urge to vomit. Looks at you with teary eyes. How do you drink this? I'm doing this for the sake of science. Another gulp. Ah, this should be enough. Am I stupid yet? Ugh, ask me something smart about. Ask me about something smart. Is there an overland route? What is a Linamon? How many arcane schools are there? How many heroic acts did Iomade before? I might be able to answer these two, but not the other two. My two trips too. I'm not going to be part of this anymore. How many heroic acts did Iomade perform? 11, of course. She did all manner of things. Turned her cloak into a bridge, created a powerful artifact out of nowhere using her broken sword and a bit of prayer, and then talked to some undead into throwing himself upon his sword. That sounds kind of weird. By the way, did you know that if you question the authenticity of the axe in the center of Iomedes Cathedral in Nerussian, you get a boot-shaped bruise right in the lower of your back? It would seem I'm not drunk enough yet. Nino takes another swig from the bottle. Right, seems to be working. Now I need to come up with an idea right now. I usually have tons of ideas. Let's see. Discari, Baphomet. The anti-Crusade alliance is not effective enough. They need to unite their forces on a physical level. Baphomet needs to mount Discari and ride him into battle. 2 in 1. Yes, the experiment was successful. I'm definitely drunk. She takes another gulp from the bottle to further confirm her condition. How does it feel to be drunk from a scientific point of view? Terrific! I have definitely become more stupid. More than that, I'm also as dumb as a box of rocks, and right now, I don't give a rat's ass about science. Wait, I think I've got it. That's how men on the street see science. They don't give a rat's ass about it. Who cares about how many heroic acts Iomade performed? 1,000,000? Or not a single one? Iomade was over there, Nano says with a vague wave of her hand, but the bottle is right here, where it belongs. Congratulations, I guess. Now what? That's it for now. The experiment was a success. Just a moment, Then he stares at you with glazed eyes, shakes the head, and exhales loudly. When she meets you gaze again, her eyes are crystal clear. Well, alright, I'm fine now. What was that? What was that? A moment ago you were drunk, and now all of a sudden you're stone cold sober. Is that so? Nanny looks at the bottle in her hand, thoughtfully licking her lips and nods. It seems that indeed is what happened. Clearly I've decided to forget the incident entirely, because I no longer need this information. That's a powerful power. Also, can we turn her into a drunk? I want that to be a whole storyline, just turn her into a drunk. What I need now is to write an article for the encyclopedia about the influence of alcohol that has on an individual's mind. So you can simply forget you were drunk and sober up, just like that. I've simply blocked the delirious effects of alcohol from my mind. To put it in basic terms, I just forgot I consumed alcohol. The mechanism is similar to how one would I used to get rid of relevant memories. It's not overly complicated, if you know how to do it. Your abilities are amazing. What were we talking about? Alright. On behalf of future generations, I formally thank you for your assistance in this momentous experiment. I've got one more task for you. It's time for the experiment. I hope this would inspire as much enthusiasm in you as they do in me. What is the experiment about? You see, I've decided, though dared would be a better term, to address an issue which up to now I prefer to avoid due to total ignorance in the sphere. Nanny lowers her head in embarrassment. I really it's hard to believe that I, a person of, let's skip the false modesty, superior intellect, could not know something so simple. But it's never too late to fill in the gaps of knowledge, right? You're not gonna ask me how to bang, right? I'm talking about oh, okay, I mean, that's... Ponies have taught me that's pretty close. I'm talking about friendship, to be honest. At first, I planned to assign the writing of this article for an encyclopedia to a co-author of some kind. But when I met you, my loyal follower, I suddenly felt like I thought I could write it myself. Then he seems to have reached a limit of her courage, and she looks away. She just turned into a fucking seasoned, like, Zeo Twiggler. Never had any friends. Hold on, you're trying to say that you consider me your friend? You misunderstand me. I don't need friends. I have no desire to spend my time on them when I would spend it on the experiments or discovery. Ninu explains this to you as though she speaks to a 5-year-old. I just want to learn what it's like to have friends. For the encyclopedia, nothing more. I realize that you would like to consider me your friend. We wouldn't. I'm a scientific luminary. After all, I do apologize for disappointing you. Never had friends. I see no need in them. If it needs to be done, let's do it. I'm glad you agree. Many would have considered my request too personal and refused. It's good that you're above such squeamish sentiments. Here I made a list. I based it on my observation of individuals around me, and on my personal knowledge of the topic, which I have to admit is far from comprehensive. She hands you a crumpled piece of paper. Study it well. We start as soon as you're ready. Friends. Smile at each other. Gossip about their other friends. Drink alcohol together. No longer required. Sometimes argue. What? Sometimes copulate. Some of the people who made this game are more horny than me. Do we have to follow the list? Nino looks at you with disapproval. You're trying to say that I made it for nothing. I developed a perfect mythology that involves all the mechanisms of friendship between two individuals. But by all means, sure, let's just abandon the list. Point 1. Smile at each other. Raise your eyes to Nenio, who has already fixed a malevolent grin on her face, the kind that would make you saw yourself if you saw it in the dark at night. I kinda wanna say nothing. Fuck it. Keeping that nature grin on her face, Henry hisses through her teeth. You call that a smile? Come on, try again. Say nothing. Smile more, you must, for science. Okay. Your eyes point to Nenio's and she stares right back at you, both grinning as widely as possible. A minute passes in tense silence. Ah, she massages her cheeks with her hand. I never imagined being a friend was such an exhausting business. So what's next on the list? Point 2. Friends gossip about other friends. Oh, I've made a preparation for that. Come on, let's get to it. Who are we going to gossip about? Let's gossip about Lan. He's as horny as you are. Excellent choice. What do you think about him? He's a good friend and a fine comrade in arms. Oh, it's interesting. Incidentally, yesterday I saw him. Nino picks up a random piece of paper and reads it. Drinking from a puddle. What? Do you have any idea what we're talking about? Nino becomes a little embarrassed, but only a little. No, I don't make a point of remembering those word travelers. That's why I prepared these universally applicable pieces of gossip. She raises her fist with several pieces of paper clenched in it. Thanks for the info. Truth be told, this whole experiment seems sheer stupidity to me. But how can we learn stupidity, what stupidity is, without doing stupid things? We need to finish what we have started. Alright, stage 2 is complete. What's next? Drink alcohol, no longer required. Alright, I should cross this out. I wrote this in an encyclopedia and called that I've already conducted the experiment. And judging by the same encyclopedia, and especially by an art stain on the particular page, it would be unwise to say the least to try and repeat it. Honestly, you might want to repeat it before we get to step 5, because I think I need the alcohol. Friends sometimes argue. You're uninterested and disinterested in this experiment, and you can't even tell the difference between those two words. I mean, I can't. Maintain a skeptical silence. You're a freak that even Ravogak feels sorry for. Skeptic. Your mouth stinks terribly. One more word and I rip your legs off and beat you with them. Wow, that was intense. Now we could definitely be considered friends. And on that note, I conclude the fourth part. What is the last one? Recopulate. Oh yeah, that. Take off your underwear. Wow, I can't say yes. It's as close as I can get to it. Well, she produces a piece of paper from her sleeve and starts frantically covering it with drawings. Not all friends have sex with... What is the statement? Not all friends have sex with each other. What are you doing? Before copulation, I must make a sketch of your genitalia for a copulation article encyclopedia. It provides a drawing rented with many students and scientists who know only of copulation from second-hand accounts. Okay, fuck it. Then your son goes with the task, she accidentally bites her tongue. Oh, what the fuck, that hurts. Pierce, your copulation won't be happening today. What, because she's fucking bleeding? Come on, don't be a bitch. Keep waiting and hoping there was obviously no copulation today. In this episode of work that went around there, including you, seems to have ceased to exist for her. Oh, okay. Check out this mask I found. Nini snatches the mask. Takes an average mask, smells like more, it tastes like yuck, disgusting. The eyes, utterly unremarkable, and yet I sense hidden magic in this mask. I bet the encyclopedia that must be the answer to one of the riddles in the statue of the nameless ruins. The writing on the inside looks very much like one of the answers. With a sigh, she hands the mask back to you. All you have to do now is find the 4 masks and bring them to the statues. You won't forget to take me with you when you head to solve the statues riddles, will you? Better write down somewhere. Nanny was extremely interested in visiting the nameless ruins after you find all 4 masks. Are you sure you really want to meet the mysterious entry we know nothing about? I mean, yeah, she fucking would do anything. Interesting turn. Yes, copulation. Rest assured, my sketch I made was most detailed and more than one generation of students will study it. Unfortunately, I don't remember your name, or else I would definitely credit you as a model. Alas, she shrugs. As for the original topic of the research, which was friendship, The thoroughly awkward experiment is finally concluded. I've learned that it means to be a friend, and now I can write an article about it in the encyclopedia. I'm happy it's all over. I'm once again convinced that friendship is the most foolish of all occupations. You did it all wrong. Friendship is more than smiling, gossiping, bickering, and sex. Well, if I was a pony, I would go as the first one. I mean, okay, I would probably go with the first one, but what would Sophie say? Does Sophie care for friendship? I mean, realistically, I think 2 is the truthful answer here. But I might never get another opportunity to redeem the cringe. So is the cringe really redeemable? You are correct. There is more to friendship than smiling, gossiping, bickering, and sex. Until you ride on my back and shoot a laser gun, this ain't complete. Is it? We've concluded all the assignment actions typical for 2 friends, of course. I could have compiled an extended list, which would have included joint food ingestion, senseless banter with the aim of showing each other in the least attractive light. But how would that change the situation? Do you know what I will write in Encyclopedia? Friendship is a set of primitive virtues intended to help the individual forget about their loneliness. Wow. However, I have no interest in that. I see my loneliness as a sign of my uniqueness. The one who leads the way is always alone. Now, I have time to answer your questions. Come, ask away. That was a very long tangent. We are literally dying in there. But then you came like an angel of radiant Iomide and delivered us from slavery. We name our daughters after you, I swear. I guess you can't name the dudes Sophie. So we have the Black Mask quest, the Woodruff quest. I need the Cringe Mage because he's strong. I think this might be one of the only times. I think we're leaving her out. Oh yeah, Woodruff is fucking gone. That did not happen to me last time. Go to the abandoned mansion. I need to talk to Gravel. I still need to buy those.
A bright future awaits us. Magnesium Torinos!
Patricio Turinos. Patricio Turinos.
goddess protects us.
Quadritium Turinos. Quadritium Turinos.
The young cleric resolutely stares into his slaver's eyes. My brother Trevor was abducted by a demon in a black mask. Was that you? Wilson sniffed the air. Well, that face, that scent. Yes, I remember him. He was a strong fighter, a dangerous one. I made good money when I saw him. Where is he now? To whom did you sell? Answer me, you monster. Don't be so rude, young mortal, unless you want to meet your death sooner than you expected. I've only one buyer, the Battle Bliss. Do you want to know what became of him? Find out in the arena. In the arena? Tosia looks at you, stricken. So these beasts made him... Oh, Shaylin, what a cruel mockery. But he's still alive. That's all that matters. We can't waste time. We must get him out of there before it's too late. The eye of the translucent Marilith carefully observes the surrounding. It seems it's not merely an image, but a projection of the creature's consciousness. Where a physical body is located somewhere far from here, next to the Marilith fidgets a shriveled mandraga, which utters a creature displeasing shriek. Ah, visitors from another plane. I am Resmer, also known as the Blue Skin. I am no simple vendor, but a true artist of the slave trade. My warehouses currently stand empty, but you can always arrange for a custom order. What would you like to acquire? Perhaps your enemy or enemy son or daughter, bound by magic and powerless in the face of anything you might wish to do them. Wow, that's quite awful. An attractive person who once dared reject you, a little brat who bullied you as a child. And Luciana in the city is a city where all your dreams come true. The man licks her lips. Especially if there are dirty, bloody, and sweet dreams of possession or revenge. Once when I was little and Azata stepped on my tail, he didn't even say he was sorry, but if you think I would ever ask you to catch him for me, you're truly foolish, an unscrupulous demon. I would never deal with someone like you. If my memory still stinks... If the memory still stinks once I'm back in Elysium, I will find Azata and step on his tail myself. Oh, what a sweet and adorable dragon, and from Elysium no less. How cute. Don't try to suck up to me. I now suck up when I see one. Alicia proudly turns up her nose. What do you mean by artist of the slave trade? While others trade in material gain, I do it for art. Unlike others, I'm not involved in faceless shipments of good. Each slave who passes through my hands has personality. Each slave is of spiritual experience. Not long ago, I sent my hunters to track down and capture a brave rebel fighting for the freedom of his people. Then I sold him, chained and dressed, as a pleasure slave to the tyrant who had enslaved his homeland. Some call it cliché, but I call it classic. I mean, I'm gonna just out myself and say it here. She got style. I'm sorry. I cannot help but say it. That is some dramatic irony. What is that? What do I see? Just projection? Certainly. It's not safe to appear in the flesh market in person, especially with someone like me. You see, before I switched to this line of work, I was a humble gardener. I used to grow mandrogas. Pats her ugly bat on the head. It's well known fact that mandrogas grow if you water an ordinary weed, a demon blood. If you plant it on a demon's corpse. The allies, lovers and masters of those I turn into fertilizers are still searching for me. Thus I conduct my business remotely. In the same way, when I have slaves to sell, I first show their projection. Only after they are sold do I deliver them to the buyer. I'm raving. I'm not as nice and innocent as a dragon, cookie dragon. I can admit that one. A tough-looking demon with a rough, cruel face and the hands of a seasoned warrior greets you with a grin. Looking to buy slaves, eh? Meh, I just saw it off the shipment I captured during the last raid. I'm cursed, captain of the bloody bitch. Do you know Maralea? That nut job? Her entire crew must be wimps and weaklings if they haven't slit such a leader's throat or fed to Isha's beast yet. You can't help but notice that despite his dramatic bravado, a spark of fear gleams in his eyes. Who are you? A demon stares at you in disbelief and bursts at laughter. Who am I? I'm Kurtz, known as some Kurtz God Stabbed, captain of the legendary Bloody Bitch. I'm the most famous damn pirate in the Midnight Isles. You must be a landlubber who has never set foot aboard an airship if you haven't heard of me. You can travel to faraway lands whenever you want, but you choose to be a pirate. Only a real scumbag would waste that kind of freedom on robbery and murder. Aye aye, scummiest. Tell me about being a pirate. What exactly do you want to know? The life of a pirate ship captain consists of 4 things. His vessel, his crew, his experience, and Pazuzu's patronage, of course. You all got wings, why do you need a flying ship? Kaza eyes you with suspicion as if searching for a sign of mockery in the face. Sure. What do you propose I do with all the loot carrying it on my back? What about the slaves we tuck into the cargo hold? The ship is a big flying treasure chest. It also provides fair amount of cover from arrows and spells that rain down during boarding. Tell me about your vessel. You recognize the bloody bitch right away by the huge skull decorating her prow. We secured a trophy near Vaskla, and there was a great fight for it. A few other captains wanted to lay their hands on it as well. Aside from the skull, I've done good work on a bloody bitch. You can't find a better attack vessel. The broadside can take a dragon strike. The 3/4 sail can catch any wind. A ballista don't rely on lousy spears, only on alchemical fire. Wait, you're shooting fire from a ship? That sounds dangerous. What kind of crew do you have? The toughest rogues and cutthroats you could ever want. Their hand-picked collection, each one of them better than the next. The most notorious rabble, the most infamous scoundrels you could ever find in the abyss. They'd sell their own mother into slavery for a shipped copper. Turn on me? Never. Nobody could land them a better deal than I can. If they ditched me, they wouldn't make it 3 steps before taking a knife in the back. So they've got no choice but to follow me to the end. How many ships have you plundered? Puffing out his chest a little, the demon offers a fanged, leering grin and answers with all the cutthroat swagger he can muster. The bloody bitch is well known in the Midnight Isles, and her black sail sows terrors wherever she goes. I can't count how many poor swords I've sent to Dagon. I was leading the charge, saber in hand, back in the days when Elixir was flashing her bare tits in the skies over Lucianara, and when Zephorian, that old rapskull, ruled the city. As for loot, the treasure that's passed through my hands, and I spent them all on booze. Well, maybe hang out with my scientist. Tell me thrilling tale. You like gory stories, eh? Fine, once we were floating by Midgorg, when our lookout spotted the wreckage of a ship caught in a hurricane. We decided to search for cargo, but instead we only found a sailor who was clutching to the wreckage. We fished him out, brought him to his senses, hung him on the mast, and questioned him properly. Our ship cooks now how to loosen tongues with his knife. Long story short, the poor sod spit that he was a pirate himself. His ship had set sail from one of Alir's desert islands, where it hit part of the soils. We smashed the windfall, so we rushed to Alir, but Alir, that place, isn't for the faint of hearted. Predatory vines, carnivorous flowers, and breathe out clouds of poison pollen, and walking bushes that surround you, pounce on you, and sting you with their thorns till you die. Or did I mention toxic springs? Or the flies that crawl into your ears while you sleep, and lay eggs inside your brain, driving you insane. All in all, the place was a nightmare, and we found ourselves right in the middle of it. 3 times our prisoner told us we were to check the stash. Each time we dug, but we only found dirt and bones. By the 3rd attempt, that damned island had already wiped out half the crew. We realized that asshole was playing us, so we gutted him. You know what we saw then? All his entrails were covered with whitish mold, and were overgrown with some spongy fungus. His heart, his guts, his brain, his gunk was the gunk was everywhere. According to our ship's stock, that fungus controlled every one of the sailors' steps. He got infected on Alir, then he left the island to lure in fresh fodder for the plants. We fled as fast as we could, but for a long time I couldn't believe those damn weeds got so smart that they were able to trick us. That's a cool story though. You mentioned Pazuzu quite often. Do you worship him? Sure I do. Only idiots don't worship the demon lord of the skies and winged creatures. Well, at least if we're talking about aeronauts. All the storm winds, currents, and beasts who feed on these currents, they're all bent to his will. That's why I bombard Pazuzu with my prayers as often as I can. A grotesquely fat demon. No, it's a grotesquely body positive demon speaks to a demon that is standing in front of him. His voice irritating yet slightly psychophantic. If you want to get these sweet SMRs for the 10,000 delight, cover 50,000. Just look at how delicious they are. These girls haven't been whipped. Your clients will be clamoring for them, and after they become too worn out, they make a magnificent stew. I give you 30 if you stop talking rubbish, Young. Or keep going and you can steer clear of my palace of delight. You can pleasure yourself on your own, you fat chunk of rotten meat. Do you want to get on Chivron's bad side? You really want that? The Asuma slave standing near by tries to avoid looking at the angry demoness. Even in a miserable position, they retain the mark of inner purity and nobility inherent to their kind. Puffing himself up, the fat demon answers abruptly and angrily. 50,000 for those delightful innocent creatures, you shabby and worn out demoness. I can't hope to innocent creatures, you're shabby and worn out demoness can't hope to compete with. That's my final offer. Stay away from the 10,000 delights. You can have your own little morsel pleasures you from now on. Greedy, horny piece of shit. The distinguishingly fleshy demon greets you with a wave, his arms encased in roll after roll of body positivity. Allow me to present you my living wares, the finest household, slaves to serve you and entertain your body and spirit. They can satiate even the most exquisite cravings. The demon accompanies his last claims, voluptuous lips smacking, looking pleased. What were you arguing about? She wanted to buy my beautiful seminar concubines for a palace of pleasure, the 10,000 delights. Unfortunately, her common sense and good taste couldn't compete with her greed. She offered me a paltry price, next to nothing, instead of gratefully paying the full sum for the slaves, offering 30,000 for a group of innocent pure summers shipped here with utmost care. No one has laid a single finger on them. No one has taken a single bite out of them. Simply outrageous. Who are you? I'm Diunk, the slave trainer. When I was younger and much slimmer, I was a dashing raider. I spent my days abducting concubines from other planes for the harems of the most powerful lords of the abyss. My experience, however, showed me that raising and training pleasure slaves from an early age is much more profitable and much less risky business. That's why I now own the largest and most respectable slave farm, where I breed representatives of various races from different planes. It just got fucked up, mate. Though I haven't entirely given up on raiding, and I know it's always been fucked up, but it just got fucked up. His deceptivenessly slow movement and soft folds of flesh fail to hide the powerful muscles beneath. This demon could lightly lift a wagon with 2 horses by himself. Show me what you have for sale. Just feast your eyes on them, the most exquisite pleasure slaves wasting comfort and luxury at your service. They're well trained, neat, docile, and stand ready to become ideal servants for your manor. All of them are young and healthy, in a perfect state of ripeness. The demon bursts into thickening cackling, and then whispers to you confidently, "Of course, we've made sure that the tender flesh meets the expectations of even the most demanding gourmets. They have no inkling of what awaits them, so you need not worry about fear spoiling the meat, making it tougher and bitter." Beautiful, athletic, and well-groomed young men and women of different races smile sweetly at you. The cheerful looks unmarred by the slightest hint of intelligence. The slaves remind you of happy and well-fed sheep grazing in the pasture. The slave's eyes widen as he starts to speak, nearly hyperventilating. Just recently, one of my slave hunting crew returned, bringing me a most beautiful gift, a group of young, fresh, pure Asima girls full of mouth-watering innocence. All of them are beautiful in their prime, caught at with utmost care, unwounded. Shamira will take an interest in them, I wager. Because of her origin, she loves having fun with SMRs. There are countless ways one can use such a valuable acquisition. Though if you ask me, the smartest is to treat yourself to a medium rare fillet with rich, meaty gravy. The SMR women look pale and scared, but even in captivity they manage to retain their dignity and refuse to let the demon savor their fear. As the young continues his nauseating commentary, they raise their chins higher, do their best to maintain cold, detached expressions. I don't think that's gonna work. I will buy the SMRs. Oh, I see you, connoisseur. I'd like to warn you that these little birds will cost you pretty penny. The price is scared of the madam of the 10,000 delight. But for Shamira, to whom I intend to sell their fresh SMR beauties, 50,000 is spare change. I'm going to sell them to you for the same price. If we do not interfere, these women will be doomed by celestial blood that flows in their vein. There's nothing more tantalizing for a demon than befouling, abusing, and destroying any with ties to the upper planes. You have no right to stand by and leave the unfortunates to such a fate. I will pay. The fat demon glows with happiness. You won't regret it. In the abyss, goods like these are rarity. I wish you the most exquisite enjoyment for your purchase. If you wish, I can give you an excellent recipe for braised shanks. Just send one of your household slaves along to pick it up. The demon winks at you, then looks at Asmus with palpable longing. The slaves stare at you with a mixture of hope and fear in their eyes. Their faces drain of color as they wait for you to see their fate. Do I send them to the dude? Do I send them to the Nexus? Do I send them to the brothel? Or do I just set them free, in which case they probably just get fucking captured or slaughtered? But these other SMRs that one dude asked me to free. Okay, how will you do that? There's an SMR waiting for you. The SMR look at you, expression piercing. You see a mix of gratitude and awe in eyes. Thank you, stranger. We did not expect any help in this terrible place. We will not forget it. Put it down. Assassin's good.
Can't hide from me.
Man, we're failing everything right now. None of us can pick dogs. Interesting. I guess that is true. I guess we come back to this when I have a different party. did I manage to get to your house. Thank you for your mercy and generosity. I've sheltered and cared for them to my best of my ability. Being enslaved was a huge shock to these women. Despite being among friends, they still struggle with the consequences of the deal. The ghostly fleet remained silent. Their eyes hold a quiet and grim resignation that wasn't there before. The demon examined you. Their gaze is both avaricious and imperious. The leader, a misshapen demon with facial features exhibit not even a passing acquaintance with his symmetry, issues a commanding bark. Shut up, everyone, and get on the ground, on your stomachs. Turn out your pockets. Perhaps we will settle taking the gold and spare your lives. But you, my sweet monster, will be leaving with us in pieces. The demon grins at Lavog. Behind the shy demon, a huge Vavaska stares sleepily at his feet. A large cloudy crystal sticks out of his chest. Several smaller crystals have broken through his skin in several places, like young saplings bursting forth from the Earth's embrace. A slimy fringe of thick red saliva hangs from the monster's slack jaw. He gives a surprised snort and grunts shyly at you. Why did you come here? This Asima misfit has made a certain someone very angry, so angry they put a large bounty on his head, which is why we're going to guard him, festoon his dismal howls with garlands made from his entrails, then play ball with his stupid little noggin. Who are you? We are best in the Assassin's Guild. Mess with us, and we'll mess you up. Who is this brute? This here is our Gouger. We found him in the sewers below Lushnar, barely breathing. We were going to cut his throat, but he was so added. He's tame enough and mighty strong. Someone must have scrambled his brain real hard. Now everybody knows not to screw with us, or we wake Gouger up, and then they're done for. The demon glances at the thing with mingled pride and wariness. You regret coming here. We weren't paid for you, but since you won't let us go, we might as well take you out too. Get her, Gouger. The demon takes a wide swing at the thing's side, slashing it wide open. Drops of blood fly in a wide arc as the talkative bandit leaps nimbly away from the giant, whose eyes light up with unbridled hatred. The monster gives a deafening howl. Jesus Christ. Okay, land, you can mow this.
Strike with all your might.
Damn it, 50 armor class. Huh? It's not good. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck just happened? But the hand of the inheritor showed up again. That means he must have done good damage. Abyss energy empowering your attack next to attack plus 1 additional per 5 levels. Still 1d6 unholy damage. 104 damage. Yeah, not bad. Oh yeah, my cringe mage was down the whole time. Because she got booped first turn. Can I?
To science.
I've failed you, friends.
You did fail me. At least this guy was tough. And oh no. Let's see if we can end
We
this.
can do it.
The demon squish, desperately trying to wipe away the blood gushing from his snout. In a surprise turn of events, a blow during the scuffle must have set his nose straight. Wait, Mrs. Don't kill me. I tell you everything. It was a red mask from the bad luck who came up to us and gave us the money. Who sent you? We don't know her name. Everybody calls her Red Mask because that's what she always wears. We've no idea who it was. Who's beneath the mask? She sits in a bad luck all day, guzzling booze. But there's no tomorrow. Who is the Red Mask? Damned if I know. Some kind of woman. Definitely not a demon. She's one of yours, an outsider. But she's an edge to her, and her mask is scary as everything. Feels like you don't deserve to live. Nevertheless holds his hand in a gesture of prayer, wailing in utter despair. I beg you, please protect me. And let she stop Red Mask, forget to me. Even worse, to my wards. I do not fear death, but these girls must not be hurt again. I cannot put an end to Red Mask's depravity, but you can. Appeal to her mercy. Find her and stop her once and for all. Who is Red Mask? I haven't the slightest idea. No doubt some villain displeased with my attempts to save my kin from slavery. Perhaps the dark soul that revels in crime and suffering it brings. I've never met this creature before. I have a deal with her. You have a generous and courageous heart. I'll be praying for your success. It's Sophie level. Slayer, I think, is what I was doing right. Seventh level is important for this. I presume I already got Claw. I do not actually. Probably just Claw at this point. I don't remember, it's been too long since. I do have that teamwork thing, but I don't think there's any other teamwork feats I want. There might be other things I'm forgetting, but I think we'll just go Claw. Presuming this even stacks. I can go back quickly.
I'll make my own legend.
The thing is, I can't see Claw right until. Because I can't force Rage. I just hope that it works and I'm not forgetting something. Wait, isn't there a sneak attack thing? There is. Game recommends against it, but I don't think it says why, so. I think that this actually would work. No, the +1 might still be better, but I'm gonna go with the sneak thing. How am I getting this from? Oh, oh wait. Ooh, wait, pounds in kitsune form. I do need this. I never even saw that. That is important.
Ready.
I also have these spells. Man, so there were 3 different things that I could have grabbed. There's a lot of feats now I want after.
I will help where I can.
Let me help.
Okay, so we got this done. Talk to the Batterbiss, go to the Banner Mansion, converse with him. Deal with the Red Mask, visit the mansion. Find someone who can arrange fighting in the arena. Become famous. I am starting to feel tired now. That said, I think we did get a decent amount done. I really need more teleport stones. Inhabitants of Lushna seem to enjoy the bun of lava around them. Demons are not immune to fire,
Onwards.
so they just live close to such destructive. They just like to live close to such destructive elements. Wait, I think I need the other one.
Let us be off.
There's a brothel, which I do need to go in, and now that I don't have a rogue with me. The outsiders have made themselves at home in our city. Let's have a public execution to show them their place. What I never really entirely understand is why there's so many people who just want to kill me. I thought it's illegal. It seems kind of weird, guys. Man, what I need is a group curse, but that would be amazing. Ooh, you fit. Yeah. Flop. So now that I've pounced, if I dash, I should get the full thing. See? Instead of just one attack, I can now dash into a full round attack. That's what pounce lets you do. The Griffin has that, like, from pretty much the beginning, which is why he can do that. So the rumors are true, you're really here, Hand of the Inheritor. I mean...
I'm wounded.
He just kept doing it, okay? It's not my fault. I feel kinda bad. I'd never seen that before though, that's good. I think he doubled the enemies. I don't know if that's supposed to.
I won't give up.
Alright, take you!
Expected outcome. The problem is I cannot hit anything now. She's just gonna get gibbed. No.
I'm wounded.
Tank doing the tanking.
I won't give up.
No glory without risk!
Damn, he didn't die.
You've crossed the wrong monk.
Dude, he's still alive. Pew pew him. Thank you.
Can it be the end?
You won't survive me.
I think our guardian is gone.
Let's move.
Look, a lizard from Elysium, just begging to have its wings plucked and tail torn off. Hey, why are you teasing me? I get you for this. Oh no, no. The abyss is— oh wait, I guess he's still on. Abyss is fraught with danger, but why the brightest soul is fall prey to it? We must find a dragon link. There is no other option. A familiar hazy apparition appears before you. Early sunset reaches out to you again. Sophie, what just happened? I sense a surge of power. Your power. It burns like hot, like a fever. Can you explain exactly what you sensed? I came here to study your power and deal with the chaotic surges. It was not difficult for me to trace the moment it manifested. So, what happened? Aru was abducted. The dragon? Ah, now I understand. She's a threat, trying you to Elysium, and she's inexplicably linked to your power. Early Sunset is silent for a moment, clearly lost in thought. What an alarming situation. We need to speak as soon as possible. I wait for you at the former rift, in the Midnight Fane. Where's my dragon? That's a great quest name. There's one thing the Abyss can do very well, steal that which is most precious. What happened to the commander? Are you the commander's beloved pet? I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The focus of her power has been abducted. Finding and rescuing her in the strange cold plane seems impossible, but perhaps there's a way to make them possible. Rumor has it that you convinced Monaga to betray Baphomet. Yes. I want to go through. Who do you think I am? I've heard some things about you. They say you're a feisty vixen. There's so many small, like, acknowledgements of race and whatnot with an attitude, but I've seen scarier. There's one little guy who bumbles about singing cheerful little ditties. Anyone who hears the singing takes a long needle, sticks it in their ear, and keeps pushing until it comes out the other side. Smiling all the whole time. Now that is scary. Okay, you convinced me. That is very scary. I want to go through. And I want Lamush to suck me off. So what? You're a funny slave. Did your master forget you're in the middle of the city? City and wait for them. I'm not letting you through. You could be vagrant. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, move along, Sean. I mean, it's not that important anyway. I was trying to get my dragon. I want to go through. Want to visit Rat's Nest? So shoot yourself. Must have missed those. Let's store the cookie for my dragon, and then store the dragon for me.
Follow me.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
March on.
You have a portal. Do you not sell? Here you go. By the way, something unique I can offer you. Nereidin Crystal, it holds power. What's a Nereidin Crystal? You mean you haven't heard? Anyone in Lushnar talks about it and stuff. Well, listen, this lot of demons appeared and they were strong. You couldn't help but wonder how they acquired such power. And the strange thing is, those same demons used to be common riffraff, but when they became... Well, I don't know what they are, but whatever, it's strong. A rumor is that Suppose Neridian crystals are the source of their power. Nobody knows how to get them, but everyone wants one. The wood has grown quite popular those days. Anything is Neridian this, Neridian that, no matter where they look. It's all hogwash nice, of course, but my crystal is a real deal. Don't ask how I acquired it, that's my secret. It's probably fake. Fascinating, I'm interested. Demon Slayer soup in the demon town. Okay. Iridian crystal. Doesn't have a description. It does give a +1 check. I don't know if I wonder if there's anything funny that happens if you buy it. But yeah, he doesn't sell the coin, does he? I was hoping he could sell me the teleport coin. Man, there was a white mask here. No, should I really do anything without... Let me see if I get the coin if I just pay the 1000. For your sake, I hope you're a light sleeper. Some pranksters have it taken to break into rooms while occupants are sleeping, stealing their eyes and stitching their mouths and ears shut for fun. You've picked a terrible place for a night's rest outside, and now we got you and help ourselves to your things. Ooh, I'm alone. That's interesting.
Forwards! We won't falter!
Oh, I'm unequipped. Interesting. Oof. Well, I guess we call it there. I guess she got her fucking eyes fucked out and her mouth shut. Jesus Christ. This place is fucked up, man. Where the fuck was the red master? I thought it was here. You are crazy. I think I have to ask around the city first. Just that's where she's at the end. Okay. She, he, whatever. We call it here. Next time, I guess I just have to run the long way. Like, I was trying to find one of the teleport stones here, but whatever. We are good, though. We made some good progress, I think. I still actually really like the chapter. I think there's a lot of effort put into the writing for it. And it has so much interactive dialogue from your companions. But I wish you a good time. Take care.